So this is this week's block. We are on row 3 now. How fun is that?
Okay.
So the colors are colonial blue and ebony. So
for anyone just joining, how many weeks is it?
42.
42 weeks, and we're in
So
week 14?
13.
Or 13. Okay.
13.
Week 13, sorry.
Yep.
Are
I think
there
it's 13.
any kits still available? Can people
Yes.
still join?
You can still join. We do have kits available. The kit is $5. We can hold them for a month if you don't want to have them all shipped all at once, or picked up all at once, so we can hold on to them. The kit is a fat eighth of the 2 colors. There is enough left over in the black to do your sashing and cornerstones. One thing to point out, there is no outside sashing on the quilt. That's just going to be a border. So this week we can cut with AccuQuilt, so I'm going to, because if you have one, why wouldn't you? It's die number 2 from the 9-inch cube, which is this one, I hope. Yep, die number 2, and die number 5 for the half square triangles, not quarter square. On the pattern, it says 8 patches of ebony and 8 patches of colonial blue. And so what the pattern means is 8 half square triangles. So you only need to cut 4 of the squares and then cut them diagonally across to get your 8 patches. So 8 patches, 4 and 4. So let's get started. And I'm going to trim this off, and I need just this one for this. So I like to measure my die to see, and try to remember where it's going. Okay, so it's exactly, well, it's not exactly, it's 2 3/4. So I'm going to cut a strip 3 1/4.
So are we sure this is 13 then? Okay.
I think we're on 13. So it's 6 blocks in a row. So we're starting row 3.
Yeah.
What did I say? 3 and, I hate it when I do this. 3 1/4, right? Or 3 1/2. 3 1/2. Okay, so I'm just going to fold that over like that. These go on here. With AccuQuilt, you want to make sure that your salvage goes through. So here's my salvage. So it's going to go through this way. And I have a new mat. It's always nice to cut with a new mat. And there is my 4 corner pieces. And I didn't, oh, these are squares. So I do need 4 of those as well. Could have done it differently, but I didn't, so.
So this is a remake of quilt you did years ago.
Yes, when I had just started quilting, maybe a year into it or 2 years into it.
Oh, nice. We got some people that have put their 2 rows together already.
All right.
Send us pictures if you've done them. We'd love to see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you made the Valentine's Day quilt, send us
Yes.
some pictures. That would be great.
That one will probably take a little longer than just a day.
I think somebody already made it.
Really?
I think so.
Sorry, I lost my salvage this way. Okay. Just gonna go through that. If you don't send it through with your selvage facing the right way, your squares are not actually square. They're kind of rectangular. Okay, and then, so that's our 4 patches and 4 patches. So we need 8 and 8 of die number 5. And so I'm going to cut these together this way. So 3.5. We do have a special tool for you tonight. And it's not the multi-function.
It's not the doohickey.
So how many did I say I need? 8 of each. There's 6, and then I need one little more piece.
Somebody's making bowl koozies.
Bowl cozies?
They're addicting.
They are. Well, anything we make is actually very addicting. And then one more little strip. And I don't need the whole strip, I just need one more. So I'm going to save my fabric and just cover that portion. And there we are, all cut out. So, and if you look, I cut both of those at the same time, so I can just sew these together. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4. Perfect. All set. I'm going to start with the half square triangles because I'm going to chain piece those. And tonight I'm sewing on the DX 4000. It's got this great big bed right here. It's got a lot of light.
If you were on the show last week, we kind of talked about it a little bit.
We did.
So Joan thought she should try to sew on it standing up.
Do we have our speed turned all the way down? We do.
Is there a race car button on there?
There is. They
I
actually.
think Joe did an adjustment on it to slow it down.
Well, he's not here. And of course I'm using the magnet for my guide. I have the single hole plate and the straight stitch feed dogs on. Nice machine. I can't tell you, it's really smooth. You don't have to do this with solids. I did it with solids because I liked the how dramatic kind of the Amish colors all look together. So that's why I did it, but this would be just as pretty with just regular fabrics, patterned fabrics. Like a grunge version, that would be cool. Just a little extra. Okay. And there's a cutter on the pedal.
It's a pedal cutter.
It is a pedal cutter. Cut all the pieces. There it is. The multifunction finger presser tool.
The doohickey.
The doohickey. Yep, Donna named that for us. Wish I could have been in the marketing meeting where they were, or the product development meeting where they. We can come up with a better name for this. We could send it to them. Say, you should rename this. This is the sewer's friend. The quilter's friend. That might already be taken. But, you know what I mean? Could be a... But it could be the doohickey. There's another kind of similar. It doesn't have the pressing, but there's a tool called the purple thing. You're laughing. I'm serious.
I believe it. Sherry said the DX4000 sounds like a Harry Potter broom.
The DX4000? Yeah, didn't they have that?
I
Like
don't
the
know.
something
Something like that.
3000?
Her wheels are spinning. Can you see them?
Yeah. I'm thinking of who we can ask. It's like, get Sean on the phone. He would know. He grew up reading those books. Quidditch, right?
So,
Fine. Okay. Now I'm going to sew this in rows, I think. So I'm going to start doing the layout because, you know, I always have to do the layout. If I don't, things go bad, and that's no fun.
Harry says it was the Nimbus 2000.
Nimbus 2000. I think if I had to do this one again, I would have made this whole centerpiece just one square. And these got this. No.
She's gonna do that out of brunch.
they're just
Marilyn-
throwing stuff over the wall back there.
Marilyn said she was going to do it out of grunge. We've missed her. We're glad she's back. Okay, that's kind of, it matches. So we're going to start sewing it together. And I'm going to take advantage of that cutter. Yep, did it right.
Double check.
I always double check. I have to. Because I'll end up with something like that. Many times.
Carla, is that gray?
It's sort of a bluish gray. It's the Paintbrush Studios calls it colonial blue. It does have a little bit of a blue tint to it. You can see it really well under this fantastic light this machine has. So if you come in close, Robert, you can see that it's kind of got a little bit of a bluish tint under this light. So it's a blue-gray. Okay, there's the start. Let's do these. I know a lot of quilters out there could chain piece all of these pieces and then just add. I'm not one of them. I do them one piece at a time. That way if I mess up, there's less to undo.
Although we did promise them we would do a review of the electric seam rippers. So I think those are on order, and there's a new one coming out. So when it comes out, we'll do a review on it.
Electric seam ripper.
Yeah.
I hope you never have to use it.
9 or 10 shows back. So,
Nobody likes doing it, even if it is electric.
but we do like to review new products,
We
let you
do.
know what we think of them.
We have our favorites for sure. I'm really liking the cutter on the pedal. So the TL 2010 has a cutter that you push backwards.
Is it easier when you stand up?
It is a little easier when I stand up because the cutter is off to the side. Here, let me pick up the pedal and show you. So this is the cutter.
Oh. So it's
For-
not.
Yes, it's not pushing
real
backwards
thing.
on it. Okay, now I gotta do this again.
Easily
Lost your
confused.
train of
I-
thought.
So easy. So easy to confuse me. That's why I check. Because we don't have that electric. We've got quite a few people making this pattern. Quite a few downloads.
So, when do you post the pattern?
I post it the same day that we do this pattern. So we're only releasing the pattern 1 week at a time. So you get to sew along with us. I know some people want to sew in advance. I know people that like they'll buy the block of the month and they'll wait till they get all of the blocks before they even start. I get it.
Be hard to do. I
Mhm.
want to get started.
I'm gonna get started. I have several projects going at any one time. Can't even think of how many I have right now.
It's the quilter's way.
It is. Not all quilters. Some people make one project at a time. Marilyn, how many projects do you have going right now?
We were just talking about that. Well, the dog needs a bath.
Sewing projects.
Oh, we were just talking about that, and I have maybe boxes with 2 or 3 in a box, and maybe 6 boxes. That's not much, is it? But you know, my projects are like table runners and things. So hey, guys, you know, I keep thinking I don't have enough years left to get into big projects, so I'm doing little projects.
So I'm gonna iron this. Okay, put one down. Press that way, so let's go this way.
Chloe, are you throwing up some Pinterest stuff?
Got a lot of boards going out there.
Nice.
Check it out.
Yeah. I like Pinterest. It gives me inspiration. Yep.
So if we have a link at the top then for Pinterest if you're looking for it.
On our website, on the main page, yeah.
So on the website, on the main page, there's a link to our Pinterest page. Yep. Okay, we're all pieced together. One final press.
That sounds like me.
No, not a seam ripper.
Nope, it's not right. Okay, well, don't do what I did just now. But here is why I like Paintbrush Studios. And I'm gonna sew that again, but
Was that a two?
It was worth coming back just to see that.
We love having you be part of us.
You're one of us now.
I always have been. They have this idea that I'm like this perfect sewer. No, not.
It's that brainwashing session we go through once a month. Why else would we get that idea?
No. There's no brainwashing. This is a great tool for taking out your seams.
Oh, yes.
One of my favorites. I actually do this quite a bit. And if I'd have used the 1.8 seam, that piece would not have come apart like that. But easily fixed. Which brings us to, you show. While I fix, you can.
Sewing back together.
demo.
Oh, we did get some items back in stock.
I even laid that out.
That's okay. We've distracted you.
We have Tula Pink 5-inch curved easy snip scissors. And that's basically what she was using here, only these are much prettier. They have kind of an iridescent rainbow color to them.
I think that's right. Yep.
Double check.
Let's double check. Yep.
Look at all the furry threads there.
I know.
They need to come up with just a razor blade. Just kind of shave on.
There is.
Like
I think there is.
There is.
Is there?
Well, it was bound to happen that I messed up on a block. I'm actually surprised.
Well, I think
It's
you
been
had that
this long.
planned. I think you had it planned
No.
just to show.
I didn't.
It happens to everybody. Right, guys? Yes.
More than once.
Okay. So now maybe we can do a final press on this block. Much better.
No more ripping.
Oh,
All right. Seams all one direction. Well, let's a steam because I'm I'll pick out a couple of these white threads on this gray like it never happened.
what a good sport.
Hey, it happens to me more often than you would think. This is why I lay them out. And like I have said many times, something happens between here and the sewing machine that all of that happens. So, happens to us all.
Hold it up. What block is it?
This is block 3A, week 13.
Okay.